So we have to like do like an actual intro
You don't
here.
gotta do nothing. You don't gotta do nothing, man. You know what it is, man. It's Kyle Madison, it's Lance Woods, and it's Carmichael Day.
Hey,
And
That's the intro.
that is
was
the intro.
That was it, baby. See how loose and free flowing it is, man.
Yeah, we had to talk about this, about bringing Lance in, and I think the one thing you and I both agreed on is we would have absolutely zero prep or topics ready.
Nope.
They didn't even speak to each other once the show was over today.
We ain't speak to each other on the radio.
Ever.
Yeah, we were on.
I've never met this man before in my life.
I don't know who this guy is.
We have a different Lance Woods in the studio.
I don't know who that guy was.
What'd you ask him? Do you have to stand up to do comedy, or can you
Yeah.
sit down? Because he's a stand-up comic.
Yeah.
I got a
You can use that.
No, I can't.
I got a question. I got a question. You've been a Kings fan a long time. Why this year are you getting out there with the Kings and the videos and all that?
They just took notice.
You've been doing these videos before?
Not as frequent.
Okay,
I wasn't doing them as frequent. And I was doing videos. Now, I will say they've been a lot more just King centered.
Right.
But I was doing videos, like I did a video when DeMarcus got traded that went viral.
Okay.
I did a video.
Were you happy or sad when that, was it an angry video or a happy video? Or?
It was an angry video.
Yeah, okay, me too.
Yeah, the video was an angry video.
Gotcha.
But a lot of the time, because I was doing a lot of my videos be the voice of the fan base.
Right.
Not always my personal opinion. So it's just like, this is a gauge of how the fans feel about it. So let me put it in words comedically. So, you know, like I did, like the first video I ever did hit like millions.
Really?
The first time I ever did a video,
Wow.
my own video. Because I'd done some other videos with other people, the people who kind of taught me how to shoot videos and stuff. The first time I did a video, it went crazy.
Can you, is it still up on YouTube?
It's on Facebook. It went crazy. It's on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
But it was about the 49ers.
Oh, really? What about it?
It was basically like talking about how the 49ers fan base felt.
Oh, okay.
And I was just saying stuff like, it was kind of like things 49er fans are saying. I remember every time I do a video that gets traction, I remember where I was at when I did it. I remember the feeling I had. We was, me and my sister was Christmas shopping for my mom. So we was at, right here on Arden, the jewelry store.
Okay.
By the Olive Garden and I don't know, Zales or something. I don't know what it was. And I was like waiting for my sister, so I was sitting in the car and I said, let me shoot this video real quick. And I shot the video and I just posted it. And then my phone just started blowing up.
That's wild.
I did the DeMarcus video. I was on my way to babysit some kids.
Let you babysit?
That's my question. Who the hell let me babysit that kid? But it's a friend of mine from the church, and she was like, she had to work. She was like, yo, can you watch my kids? So I was driving in the rain while shooting this video.
Going to
babysit kids.
So has anyone ever brought up to you that's dangerous?
It's really dangerous.
The
kind of
police, but
like,
you know,
super dangerous.
yeah, insurance company. But what do they know?
Just get somebody to
They
drive
just trying
you.
to take your money.
How many viral videos has that insurance company shot? Probably zero.
Probably not a one.
See that?
You know what I'm saying? If they were smart, they would hire me.
You should get somebody to drive you.
Do you when you
You can make it into a movie and win an Oscar. See?
when you do these videos, do you sit down and think about what you're gonna say, or do you just kind of go at it at the camera for a few minutes and then chop it
you
up?
know what? I probably should more. I even think about this with my comedy. I probably should. What are you doing, Jay?
I'm just playing with these. Hey, man, if there's a prop around here, I'm going to play with it. I'm trying to get these gloves off. I'm not trying to fight or nothing. I just saw these gloves.
I'll have like ideas, like of things to say, but I've been actually making a concerted effort to write more things down.
Sure.
Because I don't write stuff down as much as I should. I get all of these ideas and I don't write them. And I be saying, yo, what was that thing I was thinking? And then sometimes it be gone. So, like, if I get a joke, I'll write it. Like, I write bullet points on my phone. If I showed you my phone, like, in my notes, it's just a absurd amount of bullet points. And sometimes I don't even know what this stuff means.
I don't need to see naked pictures.
Right.
Come on, man.
No, come on.
That's the next page.
Yeah, man, that's close.
Jeez.
But that's what it is.
That's just
like,
daily observations,
pages
things you
of
run
notes.
into.
just bullet points.
And do you have
But-
when you go do comedy, do you have like a set in mind, or do you just have like those bullet points and you're just gonna run through them?
So right now, because it's looking like September, I'm gonna shoot something, like a special.
Talking about like a video. Just want to be clear.
With these naked pictures, I'm about to shoot something. You see what it is, people. Don't call me international sex symbol for nothing. If he didn't want me to shoot this, then why he give me all of this then? Why'd you give it to me, Lord? I didn't ask for this. And
So you're gonna shoot something in November.
September,
I'm sorry.
yeah. I'm gonna shoot a special in September. So for the next, what's that, 6 months?
Yeah.
For the next 6 months, I'll be a lot more deliberate about the jokes that I do because I want to get them ready.
Is it a half hour?
I'm gonna do an hour.
Wow.
So
Okay, so I saw Anthony Jeselnik a couple weeks ago at Largo, and he was right before he was going to Australia, and he came out and he said, "I'm about to shoot a special in Australia. I'm trying out jokes tonight," and he was very funny. But is that normal? Will you go to a local venue or something and use that as kind of your playpen to figure out what hits and what misses?
yeah, and it's not even, it's what hits and what misses, and it's also, let me see this real quick.
Yeah, sure.
So
I'm just gonna hold this plan. Go ahead. Okay.
It's what hits and what misses, but it's also it's just little nuances, man. So it's like you'll be doing a joke and you might be doing this joke for 2 years. And after 2 years you'll find one piece of it and you say, "Oh, if I just say that with that, it'll take it from here to here." And it's like, as a comic, I try to tell comics there's never a finished joke. It's like the analogy, like Colin Quinn talks about it, like a wet rag. And you just like trying to wring everything out of this rag until it's nothing. Like you want to get everything out of this joke.
And when you say change a part of a joke, maybe you're telling a joke that happens in a car.
Yeah.
But you suddenly realize one day, this is funnier. After 2 years, it happens in a truck.
Yeah.
And now the joke, it can be something just like that.
It
like
could be
one
something.
word.
It could be something that's simple, or you may be saying car the whole time, and then you realize if you just say Riviera, it's funnier.
Oh, like the specific.
The specific, the deep, the little nuances of it.
Sure.
Make all of the difference. Just small nuances.
So I've always wondered, when you're writing jokes and when you go out and you perform a joke, I would be petrified because, well, for obvious reasons, but I would be petrified because so much comedy has been known over the years that I would innocently see something, think it was funny, write it up, tell the joke, but somebody did that joke last year or 10 years ago or 20 years ago, and I'd be the Carlos Mencia, Joe Rogan thing. Do you worry about that? And have you ever accidentally done that and then somebody says, "Hey man, that's my thing"?
So, what Carlos Mencia was doing was something different.
Totally. Yeah, that was malicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if you was to break it down and be honest, it's about, every joke is about sex, relationships, religion, race. It's not that many jokes. You know what I mean? It's not, you know, like somebody said, there's no new premises, there's no new jokes, there's just new, it's something like that. So these things are gonna be repeated. I was told to you want to work on yourself more than the jokes.
Sure.
If that makes sense.
Sure.
So it's like, you can't really steal a Bernie Mac joke because you'd have to be Bernie Mac.
Yeah.
You'd have to do the whole thing.
His style is
You'd have
much
to do the voice.
Right.
You have to do all of that.
right.
You know, so comedy's one of them weird things, man. And I don't think it's unlike what y'all do with radio. Mm-hmm. It makes you figure who you are. You have to figure out who you are, because the average person doesn't talk that much to people.
Right.
Like, so when something happens, you really have to think about how you really feel about it. Most people just come to a conclusion and just whatever, but you have a responsibility when you have an audience full of people listening to you. You say, yo, no, how do I really feel about this? How can I articulate this to get this point across to people in the way that I see it? You know what I mean? It's so.
Well, I've asked him before too. We had this conversation on the air once. Like you see it all the time in music where George Michael remade "Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me" with Elton John and sang it with Elton John years later. It was a huge hit.
Never heard it.
Why is it in comedy? Like, how come there's never any remixes? How come you?
No, there's definitely.
Is there like could you take like an obscure? Well, there probably isn't an obscure Richard Pryor set, but a Richard Pryor set from 1960 something, incorporate it into what you're. There's no remakes of comedy routines.
But there is.
There are. Then I just don't know anything.
No,
don't watch enough comedy.
No, you just don't know that you're watching that. And it's like Damon Wayans had a quote, and he said, "If you haven't stolen Richard Pryor jokes, then you're not doing comedy."
Okay.
And it's like a weird thing. And then you'll be doing stuff sometimes, man, and then you'll like. I had a joke, and then somebody called me, one of my comedy friends said, "Yo, just to let you know, George Lopez does something very similar to that." I don't watch George Lopez's stand-up, but
right.
You know, it's the comic brain. You know what I mean? The comic brain works the same way.
Sure.
So he was just letting me know, like, yo, just so you know what I mean? Just so you're not blindsided one day. And, you know, but there's people remix stuff all the time. I see it all the time. But they try to be slicker about it. You know, when I was first writing, I wanted to, I never wrote the joke out because I'm not good at impressions.
Right.
So, but I wanted to do a joke where I paid homage to all of these comics before me, but I wanted to be able to do their voices. Sure. So I wanted to be able to do a Bernie Mac, and then go into a Red Fox, and then go into a
Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy,
and then go into a George Carlin, and then get out of that and go into Mitch Hedberg, but it'll be paying homage, but I can't do voices.
Sure.
So it's
right.
It'd be stupid.
Could you just hold like a cutout of their face in front of you and be
That's
that
what's
way?
Gonna have to happen. I'm gonna have to go like this.
Have your mouth stick through, like Conan.
Go like that. But because like Richard Pryor, man, like so this was 2015. This is the first time I worked with Dave Chappelle.
Okay.
And I am at Cobb's in San Francisco. And why are you laughing?
Because we have a thing. Okay, I'm gonna let you in because we're family now.
Did I drop a name?
No. That's we have a thing. Okay. We have a thing that we've done on the show forever, where, for example, I'll say something like, "So, man, I was sitting close to at the Kings game last night." And I'll be like, "Oh, I'm Dave. I sat close at the Kings game last night." Or Kyle will say like, "Yeah, I went to the dentist," and I'll be like, "Oh, I'm Kyle. I have insurance." And so you said Chappelle. Which you should. That's a big effing deal. And that's when Kyle's and my eyes met, and I think we both silently said, like, should we? No. Let Lance go. But you should drop. I want you to feel free to do that. But we have to be like, oh, I'm Lance Woods. I work with Dave Chappelle. Frequently. But that's an actual cool thing that you did.
I wonder if Dave is telling these stories like, so I was with Lance Woods.
Who's Lance Woods?
So I was with Lance Woods. You my impressions, how bad it is? That sounded nothing like that. That is...
All right, so your first time you worked with Dave Chappelle was in 2015.
This is game one of the NBA Finals.
Right.
First time the Warriors and the Cavs met.
Did you go?
No.
Oh, okay.
I didn't go.
I'm Lance Woods.
Ooh, I was in the finals.
All right, so before game one, Dave Chappelle, 2015. Okay.
I can't even finish this story. I'm going to keep doing it to myself. Because there's so many cool names that come up in
But
this
you're
story.
a real celebrity that knows real people.
So look,
it's okay for you.
This is what I found out about Dave, too. That night was, he lives in Ohio.
Yeah, like on a ranch or something, right?
In Ohio. Okay. A lot of land in Ohio. Dude was booking his schedule in tune with the finals games. So we said,
That's smart.
I'm going to go do shows in San Francisco and go to game 1 and game 2. Then I'll just go home and go to game 3 and game 4. And like, so, but no, so we did the show. There's a bunch of layers to the story, but I'll tell you this part first. There was a guy named, have y'all seen, it's a documentary on Showtime called Omit the Logic. It's a Richard Pryor doc.
No.
If you got time.
Sorry. Yeah. He won't. I will. He hasn't seen any movie ever, so. Yeah, Good Will Hunting, E.T., we've gone over this before.
Different thing.
We're doing a whole separate podcast.
You haven't seen any of those movies?
Kyle, Shawshank Redemption? Bro, I'm telling you, if it was a good movie in the 80s, 90s, and 2000s, right? But he's seen Moana. He's seen, what's the one with this starts with the C, the Pixar movie that everyone loves? Coco?
Yeah.
He's seen all those.
I've seen both of those.
Godfathers, he just watched them because we started this thing.
I haven't seen the Godfathers.
I thought you, oh, damn.
So yeah, man.
So anyways, Lance, yeah, as we were saying.
That's cool.
That's a whole different thing where he's gonna be watching these movies and we're gonna be reviewing them.
Yeah, but he never seen them. All pornos, he's seen them all.
All of them, everyone.
Everyone.
All of them.
Every sticky finger.
Every style. Every sequel.
That's what I be wondering about the sequel. It'd be like Bustin' Big Butts 4. And I say, do I have to see the first one
right.
to get the plot?
Am I going to get in there?
How is she naked? I got to see the first 3 because I don't know how she got there. Why is it pizza on the ground? Why is it semen everywhere? I must need to figure out the first.
And who comes up with these titles like Catholic Moms in Trouble 12? What's the premise? I don't know.
What sounds like there's some mothers who are Catholic.
And which one of those of the 12 did she actually become Catholic?
That's a great point.
Really good
Was there a cliffhanger after 2? Is there a plot? We're getting away from your game 1 of the finals. Dave Chappelle.
But porn
doing shows.
Is so much
it is. Hey, since you're on that, I would never ask you about you, but do you know, but in this situation, but like a guy like Chappelle who plays like what would be Cobbs out there?
Yep. And he's in San Francisco.
Oh, I thought. Man,
no, like what?
What
What do you think he makes? And then I've always wondered that a guy like Chappelle for a night. If you like actually know, and that's private, don't answer. But
no, I don't actually know.
I'm just curious. Like I honestly don't even know. Is it 10 grand? Is it 100 grand? Is it 50?
This is what I will tell you. At that level, they're doing straight door deals. So
what's that?
That is just give me the money for the tickets.
Oh.
So
and then Cobbs would like make the money on the drinks and food?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like if Cobbs seats 400 people.
Right.
And then they sell tickets for $100.
Oh.
That's
what, for
$4,000.
about $5.95? Yeah, I know, right? Let's carry the one. No, it's 40 grand. Yeah.
That's 40 grand? I said 4. See how bad my math
right.
is?
I was thinking like 4,000. So
right.
Yeah. Fine, yeah.
That's 40 grand at least.
And when I say something like, see, I almost just said it. I had that thought. I was like, oh my God, 40 grand for like an hour. Although Chappelle, it's like 4 hours, but
yeah.
40 grand for like an hour. But that's so disingenuous, isn't it? It's not an hour.
Right.
It's like when people say like the pill to cure the thing only cost 50 cents to make, but it cost $1 billion to develop. Like it's an hour, but it's not. It's hours of prep and practice.
You know, one of my mentors said, he said, I'll do the show for free, but I got to be away from my family. I got the pressure of doing this. Like, that's what you're paying me for. Once I'm there,
on the radio station.
Right.
Once I'm there, it's fine. But all the other stuff I gotta do, that's what you're paying me for.
Okay.
But, so let's say that was 40, and
right.
let's say they do 2 shows that night. So now we at 80, and let's say we add 2 more shows the next day.
That's a nice weekend.
Yeah.
You can just live off a weekend.
Literally, and he did it around the finals too. He was saying.
Yeah,
that sounds a lot like, I did a lot of, I covered MMA a lot, mixed martial arts, and right? And one of the most common things fighters would say is that the fights, from the time they get into the octagon until the end, win or lose, that was the fun part. They would fight for free.
Yeah.
But it's a training camp, it's losing weight, sitting in a plastic bag in a sauna, all the crap they went through. That's the part that's actually the work. It sounds like comedy's kind of similar.
It's the same thing, that's the work. I gotta go, and then you gotta talk about it's a new day in comedy, man. So the clubs don't do as much anymore. They just want to open the door.
Right.
The promotion and all of that, they don't do it the same way. They want you to do all your own promotion, create your own press, create your own buzz, sell your own tickets, and they just open the door. A lot of clubs, there's some clubs that don't, but there's a lot of clubs that's just like, so that's why they'll go find people off of YouTube. And it's like, oh, you got this many subscribers? Well, then why don't you come headline the club?
Wow.
And, you know, and it's a lower quality of comedy being fed to people because these people haven't put the legwork in as stand-ups. That's a different ballgame. You know, the things that I do on social media are nothing like the things I do on stage. It's nothing like that. It's a totally different process. I only did stuff online to draw attention to what I do on stage.
Because you have to.
Yeah.
Is that a risk though? People think, oh, Lance Woods, he does this, he's so funny on Instagram, he does all this, and then they go to your show and you're like, you know, doing something completely different. Do you run the risk of people going, oh man?
Yeah, but
is that a tough road to hoe to walk between?
I'm not finna go on stage and scream about the Kings.
Right.
Comedy club.
That would actually be really funny though. Like especially in Ohio.
Yeah, you're just in Salt Lake City.
Yeah. Come
Let's
on,
talk
man.
about it, people. And they're like, and then in Utah, and they go leave on their bikes. I don't like this show.
Is the career track still the same basically for comedians? Isn't it small shows, bigger shows, agent, sitcom part, your own sitcom, movie? I mean, is that basically the?
Man, I seen it change. Like, you know what they say? You gotta be, you have to be comfortable being uncomfortable.
Right.
Because I've been in comedy, it's only been 7, 8 years, which is nothing. I just grew faster in certain areas. But like sometimes people that you see been in comedy 20 years before you see them. I know people been in game 15 years. When y'all seen Kevin Hart, for real, he was 14 years in.
Right.
Are there overnight successes in comedy? Maybe not overnight, but over week, over month?
Right now with the social media stuff, so there's a few people.
Okay.
This is the only people that I know of that something happened like that was Eddie Murphy and Chris Tucker. Only 2 people that I know who had like extremely accelerated success.
Sure.
Like Eddie was like 19.
Yeah.
On SNL.
And carried it. And, you know, and then he was doing movies at 20, 21, right. Like big blockbusters. 48 Hours, Beverly Hills Cop.
You know, but even then, Eddie was probably 6 years in. He was already...
Chappelle was pretty similar to that, though, wasn't he? Wasn't he pitching shows and movies at like 15 or 16?
Yeah, but I'm trying to think. Because Chappelle's interesting because Chappelle was in this weird area until the Chappelle Show.
Right.
He had a fan base. He had specials. He had this, but the Chappelle shows were really like put him in that place.
Sure.
And then when he left, it put him in legendary status. He's like untouchable now, man. And then the way he's come back is like, so wait a minute, you didn't like how something was going, and you weren't willing to compromise your principles, so you left, walked away from 50 million. And came back and got 60 for just stand-up.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
That's a dope.
Yeah, man.
48 Hours and Beverly Hills Cop, by the way. Those were Eddie Murphy movies from the 80s.
He's very popular with the brothers.
48 Hours, by the way.
48 Hours.
48
Hours would not.
48 Hours would not work today in a lot of those
absolutely
scenes. Nick Nolte would.
Oof.
I rewatched that a couple months ago.
I look at that stuff all the time. I tell people right now, if Coming to America came out right now, it'd be a minute-long Instagram video.
I haven't seen that one.
You haven't seen Coming to America?
Can you believe that?
Not in a while.
They're about to drop a sequel.
Yeah.
A minute-long Instagram video. What do you mean by that?
Because that's where the creativity is going now.
Okay.
It's a lot of the things that used to be created and the stories that would be told in long movie form.
Yeah.
Like when I watch the guys on Instagram who do all of the skits and stuff, I'm saying, yo, this is brilliant. Yeah. It's a movie.
Right.
But they condensed it to a minute.
Sure.
Some of this stuff is, oh, that's a dope movie scene. But it's weird, man. It's just so much free content being thrown out.
Yes.
So all we do is
Twitter is all free content. Facebook, Instagram. You're right.
So that's why, like, I have like history of doing stuff, man. Like I 2 summers ago, for like a year, all I did was shoot sketches, setups like this with lights and cameras, and I got girls and guys, and okay, so this is the video. I need you to say this. I'm gonna do this. I need you to do this. Boom. I need you to shoot from over there. Okay, we got that angle. Shoot that from over there. And I shot all this stuff myself, and I edited all this stuff myself. And then it was just like, this is a lot of work.
For retweets and shares, which builds your brand.
It does. It's a lot of work.
Right.
Though. So then I said, yo, what if I just talk to the phone? It's not as much work.
Yeah.
I can do it real quick, edit it, and let it go and be done. And it's also, you know, people can get to know me more than that because I'm a stand-up first.
Right.
You know, so you can hear me talk.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? When I'm doing sketches, it's like you don't hear me talk as much. You know what I mean? So it's just a different thing.
Isn't that kind of isn't that the next $1 billion invention? I've thought about this for a long time. I mean, you in your case are building your brand. We'll do stuff to promote our show, but ultimately 99%.
By the way, the drive 6 to 9 weekdays, KHTK.
That's a great point. But on Twitter, Facebook, so much content, so much intellectual property is put out there that does nothing but line Mark Zuckerberg and Jack Dorsey and you know, all their pockets. I've always wanted to see if there's going to be a way that catches on at some point where, let's say you put a tweet out and you get 1,000 retweets, like that's monetized, where there's specific monetization for, and I know YouTube has commercials, and I understand there's gonna be a medium, I think, at some point where you literally get paid per view for everything you put out. It just hasn't really caught on mainstream yet.
Yeah, it's the hard part about it is there's just always people willing to do it for free.
Yeah,
so that's what makes all that stuff hard. Because you know, I've had talks with comics about different unions, man, and you know, we can do X, Y, Z.
Sure.
Like, I be telling comics, man, like, yo, if that spot over there is not paying this much, then none of us do the shows. And they're gonna have to up the pair. They're not gonna have, like, they don't have a show without us.
Right.
But us three can say yeah, but it's 3 more over there saying, I mean, I do it for that.
Is there a comics union?
No.
No?
No, that's no unions.
I feel like there should be a comics union.
Of course.
Because there's no medical and, you know, you were mentioning Dave Chappelle with walking away from $50 million and being in a financial position to do that. Martin Lawrence, I remember him being on the street corner, having a situation, you know, obviously mentally. We talked about Brody Stevens on the show. It's like the comedy seems like it can be a very dangerous thing.
You know, I talked to Dave.
That's Woods. I talked to Dave Chappelle.
Oh, man.
Casually.
Man.
Okay, so you were talking to Dave.
Woo!
You got it out.
Coming out of
No, it was good. You're talking clearer now.
But no, because sometimes you be around people, you say, yo, I probably shouldn't ask this, but we talking. Yo, what happened?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
And, you know, talk to me about, you know, kind of some of the stuff. But what the part I don't think that people take into consideration is he has a wife.
Yeah.
So you can have your principles and your morals. Your wife don't understand that.
Sure.
Your wife don't understand you walked away from what?
Right.
It's an interesting thing, man. Like, cause like I be watching stuff, man. Like, did y'all see Monique and Steve Harvey talking?
No.
I saw that it happened. I didn't pay attention to it.
Okay. If you would have seen that, I would have been highly tickled.
I saw it.
You've seen no movies, but
No,
Monique and Steve Harvey talking, yeah, I seen that.
It was great. I saw it too.
You were like, no, I didn't see it.
I saw
So, do y'all know what's going on with Monique? I'm assuming, or maybe I shouldn't.
The last time I heard of Monique was at the roast of Emmett Smith by Shaquille O'Neal. And it was when Jeff Ross got up on stage and said, as much as we're ripping on Emmett Smith, obviously I admire him. Everybody on the stage wanted to be a Dallas Cowboy, and the only one who ever got close was Monique. That's literally the last time I remember. Jeff killed it that night.
She got
every night. Have you watched Bumpin' Mics?
I haven't DVR'd.
Wow, you haven't seen that.
Right. Well, sorry. That's the one.
She got. She was gonna have a Netflix special, right?
Okay. Yeah.
That they like lowballed her really bad on it.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the last I knew.
Okay.
What was going on.
So Monique had she did Precious.
Yeah.
Won an Oscar, and everything after that went downhill, career-wise.
Okay.
And she's publicly spoke out against Oprah, Tyler Perry, Lee Daniels, Lionsgate, and then most recently Netflix, because they offered her like $50,000, I think she said, for a special.
Right.
But they gave Chappelle 20, Chris Rock 20, Amy Schumer like 13. So she was like, yo, this is racially and genderly biased.
Right.
And she wanted black people to boycott Netflix. And, you know, I said, are you out of your mind? Like, I'm on somebody else's account. So,
Watch it for free.
Yeah, how can I boycott? That's not even my account to boycott.
Right, exactly.
What is Keisha gonna think if she found out I canceled her Netflix? She didn't know I was on there.
Boycott stealing Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
But, so.
I didn't know this. Okay.
So the thing about Monique is a lot of people feel like she's not necessarily wrong. She's just going about things the wrong way.
Sure.
But then there's a thing, it's like the Kaepernick argument. What's the right way?
Right.
You know what I mean?
What's the right place? What's the right way?
What is the right way? Because, you know, if you're saying I'm not wrong, then stand with me.
Right.
Forget all of that. What's right? If I'm not wrong and you agree, then say something. So she's on the Steve Harvey show talking about that stuff, and Steve is saying you're not wrong, and she's like, why didn't you never say that publicly? You'll tell me I'm not wrong in private, but in public you talk against me.
She's saying that to Steve Harvey?
On the show, yeah.
Oh,
talking just like.
Okay.
So.
Which one of you, Steve Harvey, in this situation?
I guess I don't know what to do here. I feel like I'm screwed. If I say I'm Monique, if I say I'm Steve Harvey, I'll be the guy with the earpiece that tells you when it's time to go to commercial.
So Steve says to her, you're not wrong, but we black out here. You gotta flex different. You can't flex how we flex. You gotta play the game. And then Steve Harvey says, this is the money game. It's not black, it's not white, it's the money game. And then Monique says, but before the money game comes the integrity game. And what about the integrity? We lost the integrity trying to get the money. And Steve Harvey basically said, forget that integrity, get the money.
Right.
And he was like, if I fall, my children fall. If they fall, so I got to get the money. And it's like, he's not wrong.
Isn't that a dangerous line, though?
Of course it is.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm watching and say, yo, he's not wrong that's how it is.
Sure.
But because there's so many that think like that, it'll never change.
It reminds me of going way back here, something I'm pretty sure you've never seen, but understandably, Robert Townsend had a movie called Hollywood Shuffle.
Yeah.
And the main character in that, the whole thing was he was an African-American young man, Robert Townsend, and he was being put in this role that was written by these white dudes that was over the top, stereotypical black gangster accent look, the whole thing. And his grandma would just look at him and shake her head. I remember and say, there's always work at the post office.
Yeah.
So for Steve Harvey, I find that interesting because you're right, he's not wrong, but how far out do you take the get the bag, screw the integrity thing?
Man, and it's like, when I say he's not wrong, I feel like he's dead wrong, but he's not wrong that's how it is.
Right, the spirit.
He's not incorrect.
Right.
Yeah, and it's like for me, like, I don't want it that much.
Right. It's not worth it sleeping at night.
Nah. It's not even, you can always find a way to go to sleep. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's just other things. Like, it's just, I'm not that money driven. Like, that's just not my personality. I'm just not money. That's just not. And like, there's certain things that come with money that people don't understand. It's like, there's certain pressures that you might not want to deal with all of that stuff.
Right.
What is enough? Is what I think about too.
Yeah.
Like, how much money do I need? Everybody does stuff terrible things for money. And they just say, I just got to feed my kids. Oh, how much do your kids got to eat?
$5 million. That's my number. I've said it on the air before. If somebody gives me $5 million after taxes, you'll never see. If you don't like the way I sound, give me $5 million after taxes. I will disappear. I've thought it out to the dollar. I know exactly what I'd buy, where I would put some of that money so I could have a monthly. $5 million. I need $5 million. It's amazing to me that a guy like Chappelle, or I see in real life, like one of the guys who's a partner with the Kings, worth hundreds of millions of dollars. I know him a little bit, and he'll call me sometimes from the office on like a Sunday at 8 a.m. I'm like, what are you doing? I can tell because of the echo or whatever. I said, what are you doing?
Ooh, rich people call me.
I was hoping I could slide through that. So
billionaires call me from the office.
Richie Rich is on the phone with me at 6, 7 a.m. He's in the office on a Sunday, and I'll ask before, like, well, why? Why are you doing this? Why are you in the office on a Sunday? Why are you working on deals and flying to here and there? Why are you not somewhere with a drink in your hand? He's like 60 years old. What are you doing? But they're wired differently.
Yeah. What's your motivation? But see, for me, I may keep working because I'm not like a just not do nothing person.
Sure.
Like, but it won't be money motivated. So it sounds like whatever he's doing is not necessarily money motivated.
He just likes the game. It's like he said, it's like fantasy sports to him, but with money, which I know sounds really crazy on the surface. But that's what he says. He says, so I invest, $100 million a year in different things. He goes, it's like fishing, but it's fishing. The bait is cash.
Yeah.
Usually I don't catch anything. Sometimes I catch a normal fish, but every once in a while I catch a big fish, and that makes up for it. I'm like, oh, I wish I could do that.
Yeah.
And I can't.
If he wants to toss $100 million my way.
Right? Invest in the show.
Yeah.
I mean, I got some things to invest in. Rent them spoons.
You know what I've always
right.
You know what I've always said, just kind of on this topic, more money, more problems.
That's what it was at Mace.
That was big, but Mace was on the song.
Okay. Don't question my hip hop knowledge, Lance.
Yeah, but Mace wrote it though. So.
Oh, he did? Didn't Mace become a minister?
He did.
Yeah.
Is he?
Breathe, stretch, shake, let it go.
There's a guy that went
No.
That was Mace.
That was Mace?
That was Mace.
Oh, okay.
That was Mace.
There's a guy that was making money.
Oh.
He hasn't come back, has he? Has
he did come back.
He did. So he tried to make the comeback, and obviously it wasn't that great.
Nah, I think see, when people do, this is my thing about ministry, right? Mm-hmm. I don't think he's faking.
Right.
I just think like it's weird to me every time a famous person says, "Yo, I'm leaving this. I'm going into ministry." They feel like they have to be a pastor. Be a pastor. Go be a part of a ministry.
Sure.
Go do that. But they're so used to all of this attention being on them. It's like I gotta go be a pastor. I gotta go have my own church. And maybe God didn't call you to have your own church.
Sure, right.
Maybe straight from hip hop to that, maybe it's not the smoothest church. Maybe you should kind of get under a ministry for a while and grow within the ministry and develop that, and then maybe start preaching if that's what you want to. But you pouring the champagne on her and you just drop the bottle and go preach.
Go to the ministry.
It's like
you need an exit.
Yeah,
a rest stop.
Yeah, you need to, get your spirit right a little bit sometimes, man. But now he came back. Him and Cameron was beefing last year, 2 years ago. He had a diss song called "The Oracle," and everybody was going crazy.
I missed that one.
Yeah,
I was caught up in the Drake and Meek Mill beef. That was a big one with the back-to-back song. That was good.
You know, there was another one with Drake after that.
Well, didn't they just do a song together?
They did, but Drake had a bigger.
With what's his face, who talked about his kid and said, was it Adonis or whatever? Pusha T.
I was hoping he was.
Damn it, Pusha T. But Pusha T kind of broke Drake, but Drake survived it, right?
Yeah.
And then I saw Drake and Meek Mill did a song together.
Yeah.
Are Meek Mill and Nicki Minaj still together?
No.
So it was his girls' tour.
Yeah.
Right, not a world tour. Hey, I asked people before here because we didn't have anything planned, which is awesome, and we've been doing this now for almost an hour, which is awesome because it seems like it's been 10 minutes. I just asked people if they had any questions.
Questions
right?
for us?
I said we were going to sit down.
Okay.
And I said if we have no topics, so if you have any questions or topics, throw them out. So you want to do like a little lightning round?
Yes. Go ahead. What they want to know about Cal?
Let's back up. What do you got?
I mean, these are dumb, but okay. So
No, that's awesome.
somebody wants to know, asking, are you a fan of brownies? On the scale of sweets, I think.
Check this out. Check this out. So, I showed you. I lost like 50 pounds.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, I'm laying till I feel weight. I gained 50 pounds.
So, yes, all of that.
Okay.
Brownies, cookies, sweet potato pie, not pumpkin.
Not pumpkin? Wow.
Y'all do pumpkin?
I love pumpkin pie.
I mean, it's just like if it's at someone's house and they serve it to me, I'll eat it. But if it's there among other pies, I'm not grabbing it.
I bought a pumpkin pie 3 weeks ago, just because it was there.
It's the whitest thing I've ever heard before.
That's what I'm saying. I love pumpkin pie.
Okay, so
sweet potato pie is a vegetable.
You don't like sweet potato pie?
I mean, I feel about sweet potato pie how he feels about pumpkin pie.
There's a lot of cultural differences.
No, this is definitely cultural. This is definitely. And
what?
just to be
Northern California.
Just to be clear, when we say cultural, we're trying to say racial softer. So
this is. What is it, John Mulaney? He goes, "This is gonna get playfully racist." Just let it go there.
Let it happen,
pumpkin pie.
Let it happen.
I didn't mean anything. I just like pumpkin pie. Cool Whip.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I don't put raisins in my potato salad. Just so you know. I season my food. Just so you know.
Allegedly. Do you measure the seasoning, or you just let the hand go?
No, I do a couple of things. Like that's what I call pinches and
right.
No.
Okay.
I grew up.
I know you got black cousins.
I wasn't gonna say that. Yeah. But I got black cousins.
I know white people when they race. How can I be black? My tires are black. It's like, I'm not racist. My tires are black. I drive my car every day. I love my car. My tires are black.
I got black tires.
I mean, the walls are white. But
do you have a preference of a brownie, whether it's a peanut, like almond, peanut butter, just straight brownie?
No, straight. I'll do a straight brownie. Or like you had the cookie brownies at Domino's for some reason.
Bro.
Man, oh my good. Yo, let me tell y'all this,
half
man.
cookie, half brownie.
Ooh.
Like, get out of my life.
You did it at Domino's?
I've never done it. No. But
why are we sitting here? Come on,
right,
man.
I know, right?
What time Domino's open?
Your sponsorship right here, by the way, Domino's.
It's half cookie, half. You understand it?
Yes.
Wait, what is it? It's a dessert at Domino's that's
Yes.
half cookie, half brownie?
Yes.
Is it like, okay, a circle?
No, it's
and
like make cookie batter, make brownie batter.
Together.
Oh.
And then you bake them.
Man.
I assume that's designed.
Imagine how that tastes. That's how it tastes.
Yeah. Remember we was talking about porn?
Yes.
Something like that.
Okay.
So
half cookie, half brownie, 4.
So
you don't have to see the first 3.
Yeah.
It's a different story.
But
Okay.
I have a problem with sweets. So
like an addiction. Yeah, so do I.
Wow,
I'm with you.
Yeah,
I'll down a whole fistful of Girl Scout cookies.
Man.
In a heartbeat.
won't even think about it.
No.
So what I do, I don't bring that stuff in my house. Like I don't. Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I will pound a thing of Chips Ahoy.
Yeah.
I'll drink straight out. Bro, I used to
What are you talking about?
listen.
It's sex. It sounds
I
like
used
you're
to
talking about pound of Chips
I used
Ahoy.
to have a real bad problem, like up until my mid-20s, where I would go out and there's no way around this. I would smoke a ton of weed, and then I would go to like the AM/PM or something.
Don't do drugs.
And this is when I was a kid. And
It's legal.
that's a good point. But back when I did it, it wasn't. So
slavery.
Statute of limitations.
It's a bad rule.
We can't go off the wall sometimes.
That's a great point. In retrospect, you're 100% correct. I would go to AM/PM, and not only would I get like the thing of Oreos or whatever, I would get the thing of the spray.
The cheese?
No, the whipped cream.
Yeah.
And I would get a carton, a half and half. And I would put the whipped cream on the Oreo, put the Oreo in my mouth, and down it with some half and half, bro. And let me tell you something. I know that sounds gross, but it's so good. But I got so fat.
Really?
I know why, right? But it was worth it. I feel you.
How that can equal obesity.
It's a real addiction.
Can I talk about the fattest thing I ever
You
did?
can do whatever you want. Yeah, there's no rules.
We used to get the 99-cent Totino's pizzas.
Of course you did.
Yes.
Yeah, so we'd get those. We would do some ground beef, and lettuce and cheese and other like taco fillings, we would roll the pizza up and eat it like a burrito.
Get out of here. Oh my God.
Pizzarito.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a next level fact. And that's impressive.
The crust wouldn't crack when you rolled it?
It definitely did.
Okay.
You just.
I'm trying to get the science out of this.
Just roll with the punches.
I'm trying to. I might try this.
You know, because
you don't get them 5'9", 300 eating healthily.
Because he's lost a ton of weight too. He used to be a lot bigger. He's talked about that before.
Yeah, and so it's hard, man. And like so, like I don't have like a bunch of stories of doing like concoctions of make. I got like some friends who do. So I'd be like, bro, how did you even think to put those together?
Right.
But because I'm picky, I know me. I'll just. I got a friend who does a joke. He says, I don't do a lot of drugs. I just do some drugs a lot.
Right.
So that's how I am with, like, I don't try a bunch of stuff, but the stuff I do, I just do a lot.
Absolutely.
So like, even like, if I don't watch myself, I will have junk food days where that's all I eat.
Yes.
Like, there's nothing. There's no real solid food. What'd you have today? Cookies and some chips and a little cookie brown.
Yeah. For breakfast.
Yes.
Fine with that. I'll eat cookies for breakfast.
Yes.
If there's homemade cookies or brownies in my house, that's happening before I come on the show.
I don't.
Milk.
No. Oh, I see. That's the ingredients. Yeah.
It's on there.
That's why I don't go buy that stuff.
Sure.
Because if it's like we was at the game
there.
yesterday. And we was in the lounge thing. Ooh, there you go.
I can't talk. I'm with you, right? They've got a lot of great food.
So
they have these lounges, right, for when you sit close at the Kings games.
Tell us pours how it
They
is.
have,
so for the 1%ers.
Right. Listen up, peasants. They have sushi. They've got all kinds of cookies and sweets.
So I seen the cook. I had my boy with me, and he's like, "Yo, where are we at?"
Yeah. Right.
I say it's like the Apple store.
Right. We're in heaven. Right. Exactly.
It's like the Apple store.
But with no apples.
Yeah, no apples.
Nothing close.
So, but no, and it's just like the cookies laid out, and the cookies they got like this perfect amount of like salt sprinkles on them.
Yep.
That is, it's the best cookie.
The salted chocolate chip.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
Salty with the sweet.
Yeah.
I'll eat 42 of those.
Yep.
Without thinking about it. I'll grab them. So I just don't do them at all.
Have you found the candy bins on your way out where they have these bins that are 10, 20 different types of candy?
What
that you
wardrobe do I have to walk through to find this place?
Huh? Oh, there's a secret entrance. We can't talk about it, or we.
But it's not even like I didn't find the candy. The candy found me.
Right.
I was minding my business.
You're right.
The candy was like,
You're
hey, Lance. Because I've done all that, man. I did like the 30 days with no carbs.
Yeah.
I've done all of those crazy diets. And you just be in the grocery store and carbs, you're looking at you like, what about all the good times we had together, baby? That's how you doing?
Yep. Right at checkout.
Yeah, and I didn't even know carbs could talk, but they be looking at you like, fam, you don't see me over here? I got you through them rough nights, not vegetables. Where was broccoli at when you was poor? Huh? Man, you can't turn your back on carbs, man.
No.
So you go down.
I don't even go down to the bread aisle.
No.
I have to avoid it.
Carbs will cut you, bitch. If you turn your back, it will slit your throat.
You eat wheat bread or white bread?
Be honest. Why do you have to think about it?
It's a personal question. I eat multi-grain bread.
Okay.
Actually, if I'm keeping it 100,
I never heard that pronounced.
How do you even pronounce that
with an
word?
R in it.
It's spelled Hunnid. And how did you get 100 in there?
it's funny. It's
All right.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
it's a bit.
Comedian Kyle Madsen here
No.
with Lance Woods and Carmichael
no,
Dave.
I'm Kyle Madsen, and I got all the jokes. So
You can use 100. 100.
No, I can't. I don't know what you think.
No, he can't.
I can't use this.
No, we
Hey, what if
can't.
I
I have a reputation.
what if I just left it there and told my friends, I'm like, hey, you know Lance Woods? Give him a couple jokes.
How many? About 100. Gave him about 100 jokes. But
What were you even saying?
as you were keeping it 100.
Oh, the bread.
The only carbs I eat sweet potatoes and brown rice.
Okay.
And
For how
basmati
long?
rice. That's just like
That's his new diet.
Every like maybe once a month I'll have like pizza or a burger that's on a regular bun. But other than that, I literally don't buy bread or anything.
Listen,
because if I have a loaf of bread,
Yeah.
it will last 2 days.
Here's the
maybe.
facts of the matter. I'm going to likely die long before both of you.
Yeah.
And I have children, I have a wife, like it's real selfish of me.
Now it got really sad.
No, I'm just saying, like, I have bad eating habits, I smoke, the whole deal. And obviously I need to cut some of those out, but I don't know that I could live a life without carbs. I don't know that I could.
Okay, so
Even cutting down that much.
I'm gonna tell you what I did. Right?
Lance, I don't want to eat cauliflower mashed potatoes.
I don't eat that either, though.
I don't want to eat quinoa.
Rice cauliflower is
I don't
not
eat
that
quinoa.
bad if you put some like chili oil in it.
You see that?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Look,
Right.
So this is what I did, right? I have a friend of mine who told me he explained. Sometimes it's just the way things are explained to you,
Right.
And it just changes your perspective, right? So we understand that the stuff we eat, we're eating out of lust a lot of the times.
Yes.
It's not. We're not eating out of necessity. It's like we think about it in like a lustful way.
Absolutely.
Like, oh, cookie brownies. You know what I mean? It's not like your body is not saying. Your body is just saying feed me.
Sure. A little sprinkle of gluttony in there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So if your body's saying feed me, if you just feed your body will be fine. But then you have to develop the taste buds to adjust to certain things. That's why I don't try a bunch of foods. Once I find something I could do, I just do that. So then I say, okay, what can I cut? First thing that was easiest for me to cut was soda.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is doable. I enjoy iced tea. I can do those little squirty things, a Crystal Light into the water. Like that's fine.
Then, I haven't had soda in 8 years.
Wow.
Okay, I couldn't do that, but I got you.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
June of 2010 was my last one.
Shut up.
June 2011 maybe.
Hold on, 8 years, 9 years, not I mean, even if you had one, but pretty much no soda.
Well, I'll tell you the one time I had soda one time in that time period. I was in Japan.
You see this guy? He's doing it on purpose now.
Does that qualify?
Yeah, it definitely does.
Okay, all right. Anyways,
I could have been a hostage.
Right. That's a great point.
So I was in Japan performing for
important enough to get taken hostage.
I was in Japan performing for our troops.
Oh,
and
man, now I feel bad. Wow, that backfired.
No, they paid me for it. So
my God, I'm sorry. Okay,
but they said the soda's different out here because they use like real sugar cane or something like that.
Yeah, like the Mexicans, Pepsi and Coke and stuff that you get in the store that says Mexican Coke. I know they use the real sugar. It tastes different.
It does taste different?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
It tastes better.
So we went to McDonald's in Japan, or as they called it, it was hashtag. And we went and I had a Sprite. Mm-hmm. And it was the best. And I said, yeah, get that away from me. Yeah. I'll mess around and start drinking soda again.
Right.
So I'll be expecting this taste. And that's like, I ain't had soda since. And I only did that because I was there.
I was going to say, what broke inside of you momentarily for you to try that Sprite instead of saying, give me water or give me iced tea?
No. It was literally me just saying, oh, I want to try it because I keep hearing it.
I got you. Okay.
Because it wasn't like
curiosity.
I wasn't like craving soda.
I got
like that.
you.
I don't think about that. And I don't drink anything but water right now.
Really?
I cut juice probably 8 months after the soda.
Do you flavor the water at all?
No.
So literally, if not 100%, 95% of your beverage intake is water.
100%.
Get out of here.
You don't drink it all?
No, I don't drink all.
I couldn't do that.
But you could.
I mean, I could.
That's what for me. I was doing like I would literally drink like 6 or 7 or 8 sodas a day.
Yeah.
And I just went, I'm gonna see if I can go a week without one. And I'm so competitive, like internally. I went a week. Okay, well I can't break the streak now. I got it for 2 weeks. And I eventually I've had it like in mixed drinks. Mm-hmm. I don't get like Jack and Coke anymore. That used to be my drink. I don't do that anymore. But like if there's a Long Island and it's got like a splash of Coke in it, I'll have that.
Okay.
Yeah, and you just it's just like a thing. Like
the way my boy explained that helped me get away from it was he was saying, like, when we drink soda, right, or juice, we be drinking so fast, it's not like we're savoring. We just be
right.
might as well be water. As fast as you drunk it, that might as well have been water.
And I like water. I enjoy water.
So then there's that part. And then he's saying, okay, cool. So when you have your food, right? People say, I got my food and I got me a soda.
Yeah.
Food. But your food is flavored. You got a plate full of flavor.
Right.
You don't need to drink more flavor.
That makes sense.
So it's just like
water with meals, I could do. Like if I could say, yeah, I could drink water whenever I have a meal. And I think water is probably my preference with a meal. I think where it gets a little weird. Oh, now when you say 100% water, so no milk? Or does that count? That milk doesn't count, right?
No, I don't drink milk. Unless, like, if I have cereal, I'll have almond milk. But I don't, like, drink the milk when I'm done.
Like milk and cookies? Oh, you don't really do cookies anymore?
No. But I haven't had milk and cookies.
Do you just pour a glass of milk and drink it?
Usually I have it depends on what I'm eating. Like if I'm eating something spicy, I'll drink milk, but rarely will I drink milk with dinner. Okay. But I do milk with sweets generally, cookies, milk, brownies,
cake, yeah,
pie.
I never got it. So
I have wines to pair with my sweets.
That was sassy.
That.
The way you said it.
Yeah, wine.
Pair with my sweets.
Kyle have wine.
Can't sound tough when you do that. So you just lean into the sassy.
Can't do wine either. I'm with you.
So, but it's been, I can't remember the last time I had cookies and milk, but it's delicious.
Like if I brought in a plate of fresh cookies and we were all sitting here and I just went right now, I went like, I brought that table over and I had 3 glasses of milk and a plate of water. I'm asking just like a plate of nice soft, some white chocolate macadamia nuts, some chocolate chip, maybe some double chocolate brownie, whatever, stacked up, 3 ice cold milk. And I said, hey guys, no?
I wouldn't touch the milk.
No?
The cookies would be gone.
Okay.
Yeah, the cookies would be gone, but that's why I don't bring them around.
But not the milk.
Because this is how I am, man. Like, I'm not gonna bring the girl to my room and then try not to touch her.
Right.
I just won't have her come to my room. That's not what I'm
sure.
doing. I'm not bringing cookies in right here and they just smelling good. You know the cartoon smoke?
Yes. Where you float and follow the smoke.
Putting the cookies right there, gonna be gone.
Is it because of fear of weight gain? Is it because of life living? Okay, it's all weight.
It's all weight.
Do you think you might get to a point? Like, listen, I've been married 12 years. I've outkicked my covers. My wife is beautiful. I'm obviously not. No, right. But I do know, I feel like it's a little bit of a different rules right now, where I know that I can roll around and, slap my tummy a little bit and do my thing. Do you think there could be a point in your life where you're comfortable enough, not that you're uncomfortable, but you know what I mean, where you could be like, you know what, YOLO, I'm eating cookies again.
But I'm there now.
You are?
Yeah, like, I had cookies last night at the game.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right.
But
the salted cookies.
But I got one, and I had another one. I said, let me get away from this table.
Sure, right.
Because there was a time where I would have grabbed 9.
Wait, you mean like take a napkin and wrap like some in there and put them in your pocket?
And go to my seat.
Can't imagine what that's like.
Yeah.
Now do you okay, so I do the similar thing. In fact, I let myself balloon back out. But like now, so I'm cutting my weight back down, and I'll do that same thing where if I have a day where I'm like, you know what, I ate cookies this day, are you now super diligent over the next few days? Because that's how I get anxiety about it.
Now,
I get really bad anxiety about cookies.
Where I'm at right now is I'll never get bigger than what I'm at right now, for the most part.
Sure.
So where I'm at right now is like, yo, do you want to be like the type of person who takes his shirt off for no reason? Or do you just want to be a medium? You know what I mean? Because that's kind of the place I'm in. So I'll go hard, and then I don't plateau. I just be like, I just get comfortable.
Sure.
And then I think it's an arrogance to know that I always know I can drop 10 pounds in a week. week and a half.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it'd be like, I'll do it next week.
Right.
Like I know what to eat. I know I can go run a few miles every day and play basketball, and I'll just go down. But then, like weights, like I'll be on these like weightlifting things, and every time I'm into that, I hurt myself. And not even on weights, just
Cheese.
on cheese.
No, I said cheese.
I thought he said cheeks. I thought you said cheeks, and he thought you said cheese.
I just started naming. Naming shit I like to eat.
I thought it was like some
cheese.
weightlifting thing. Like, yo,
Potato
man,
chips.
did you do cheeks?
So glutes is the
Glutes. Thank you. My bad.
So like I was lifting like it's around this time last year, I think, and I like messed my shoulder up lifting.
Yep.
And then like just recently I had sciatica, and this is just now starting to feel better.
Yes.
So the sciatica is like feels like it's gone now. Dislocated my finger on Monday, so it's hard to grip a thing because I can't grip with my finger.
Sure.
I can't make a fist right now. I can't close that up. So it's like I can do the cardio and do that, but then the weight thing,
Yeah.
Sure.
you know.
Are you doing the cardio?
Yeah.
You being disciplined?
Yeah, but
You gotta want it.
Yeah, so I play basketball every day for the most part.
Right.
At least I try to play at least 3 days a week if I'm around. So then the extra thing be I'll go play 6-7 games of ball and then go run 2 miles on the treadmill.
Oh, okay.
And then go eat nothing. Like I keep stuff in my car. Like I have apples in my car and trail mix because that'll help me not go to Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
You play full court or half court?
Full
court. Hey. I look at.
Why you never call me?
I didn't know you.
Yeah,
I don't want to call.
Wow, get Kyle out to the playground.
You play at all?
I have a phone call coming. Yeah.
Kyle's a Rucker Park
You
legend.
said you got a phone call coming? And you
Yeah.
Wow, I'm Kyle. I have a wrist phone. Good.
Apple?
No, this is a Fitbit.
Kyle, I have a
Track
Fitbit.
my
Okay.
steps.
Hey, Lance.
Do we have more questions?
We do, but we're also. I think we're a little over an hour, and I'm pretty sure I want them to be able to edit this up. I think this is going to come out before the weekend, so tomorrow. So I want to give you a chance to plug. Now, if this comes out Monday, that'd be kind of funny because your show
really
already happened. But you're doing some comedian stuff this weekend.
Punchline this weekend.
Yeah.
Punchline Sunday.
Okay.
7 o'clock. Doors open at 6.
Because Kyle and I wanted to go. We're flying out that afternoon. We'll be
Yeah.
in Mesa next week, so we'll give away those tickets.
Training.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. You'll come back and hang out with us, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I think we should do this regularly.
I agree. And if you like what you see, or more importantly, don't like what you see, comment below on the YouTube channel. Also, make sure you subscribe. At Kyle A. Madsen on Twitter. At Sir Lance Woods.
Sir Lance Woods.
On Twitter. And then Lance Woods on Insta.
Facebook.
And then what is it? Sexual
Charcoal.
Charcoal.
Snapchat. I don't use. I'll be honest with you. Only thing I use Snapchat for is receiving pictures.
Dude, I thought all Snapchat was up until a month ago was people sending pictures of their dongs, and then they like destructed after 8 seconds. No, I really thought that, and then someone was like, "No, you use it." I downloaded it to my phone. I got my screen name because I don't want anybody else to have Carmichael Dave on Snapchat and then be sending pictures of their dongs everywhere. But I tried to figure. I swear.
Especially if it's bigger than yours. You're like, yo.
Right? Hey, lower expectations.
You're like, yo.
Hey,
I mean, maybe that's me, but you know.
could be. My goodness.
I'm black, but from
the waist down. I think that's an elbow on it.
I got black cousins.
It looks like a
I can't be racist. I was like, no.
right, exactly. I think it looks like a baby's arm.
Racist, my
I
hair.
think that's gonna get edited out.
Yeah, I have a feeling it will too. Let's just bleep what I'm saying, what he's saying. Lance can say whatever he wants.
What? My pants are black. What do you mean? I don't.
You said my pants, not my parents, right? Okay. All right. Well.
Damn, black people don't have parents.
Oh, jeez.
Can't believe it.
That's Lance Woods. That's Kyle Madsen. I'm Carmichael David. We'll see you soon. Bye bye now.